Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Anthony Edwards and Victor Wembanyama, the biggest overrated players in the NBA today. This season, as we start the season, to me, the most overrated players, right? And I don't know which one I want to go over first, because yesterday we talked about Victor Wembanyama and how he's been struggling in his second season and how he should have been taking the league by storm. No doubt about it. Anthony Edwards, for you, it's time to pay the piper. This guy is 23 years old, and we're going to see what Michael Jordan was actually doing at 23 years old. Let's cut out the shenanigans. The fakest Michael Jordan of all time. A fake Michael Jordan. That's all Anthony Edwards is. A fake Michael Jordan, right? And we're gonna show you. And these guys had a chance to play against each other last night. And I want to look at a couple things. When you see the score, you know, the Timberwolves lost to the Spurs in 103-113. And when you look at some of this stuff, the scoring, the three-point shots, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm starting to think if these guys had to take about three-pointers a game, these guys in this NBA really wouldn't be that good, right? I'm talking about each player. If they had to only take like three-pointers a game each, these players wouldn't be that good. They just wouldn't. What else would they have? Because the threes increase their scoring. Even though a lot of these guys really aren't good three-point shooters, they just got to shoot a lot of them to get to that 37%, 38%, 40%. You know what I'm saying? But they're not consistent getting on that 37%, 38%, 40% a night. So Victor Wembanyama and Anthony Edwards played each other last night. Anthony Edwards, 21 points, 0 fouls. I mean, what is that? 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 for 7 from the three. Although he is shooting pretty good this year from three. I think he's shooting 43%. So I can't knock him for that. But I'm sure if Michael Jordan took 7 threes a game, he could hit 3 of them. That would be easy for him. 8 for 17 from the field in 36 minutes. And we'll tell you the problem with Anthony Edwards in a minute. Let's go down. Julius Randle, 0 for 3 from 3. Of course, these guys, instead of being big men, they think they're three-point specialists, right? Let's go down to Victor Wembanyama. In Minnesota shot 29% for 18 from the 3. San Antonio, 31% from the 3. So, hold on, let me get into some more stats for Anthony Edwards. So, he was a minus 20. 0 offensive rebounds. Remember, this is supposed to be the next Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan damn near averaged 2 offensive rebounds a game, especially when he was young. Let's go down here to Victor Wembanyama, right? To me, the biggest disappointment in the NBA so far this year. He was the 3rd leading scorer on his team. 17 points, 4 fouls, 3 turnovers, only 2 blocks. And when I say only 2 blocks, that's horrific for a guy that's 7'5". 1 steal, 3 assists. See, so the 3 assists don't match up to the 3 turnovers. 6 rebounds. Like, are you kidding me? 6 rebounds. 6 rebounds. Only 1 offensive. So what does that tell you? That this guy is basically playing on the perimeter. So either he's playing on the perimeter. I didn't get to see the game because it wasn't on my TV. But for a guy to only have 7'5" in the weakest, softest era, for you to only have 1 offensive rebound, something's wrong. You're not even trying to get the ball once it goes up. one offensive rebound? Or he's on the perimeter a lot. Two for two from the free throw line. This guy is a great free throw shooter. 1 for 7 from three. What was it, last game? He took like 13 3-pointers. This guy should be taking 0 3-pointers at 7'5". 0. At the most, 3. You're not good at this, bro. It's not adding up that you're good. You're shooting. Last time I checked, this guy was shooting 23% from the 3. What don't you get? You're not a good 3-point shooter. The best you can be, because you can see the guy can shoot free throws, so he can shoot the ball. The best he can be at the 3-point line is an average 3-point shooter, right? So what does that mean? That means that you should only be shooting about 3 of them a game. And then you will feel more confident in shooting them. That you're only going to get so many, so you're more confident. But if you're out there chucking up 3 after 3, knowing you're just going to shoot a lot of them, you're just like, well, who cares if I miss that one? Who cares if I miss that one? Who cares if I who cares if I miss 10 more? I'm going to get 10 more. It's ridiculous, man. 7 for 15 from the field in 31 minutes. Why is this guy only playing 31 minutes? I don't know who this guy is. Barnes, he played 38 minutes. I don't get it. Are you tired? Well, I mean, let's see here. So for the season, this guy is 18 points per game, 9.8 rebounds. His rebounds went under double digits. A guy that's 7'5". 3.2 steals, 42% field goal percentage. And for the record, 18 points per game is tied for 51st in the league. 9.8 rebounds is 19th in the league. And his field goal percentage, 42.7, is 115th in the league. Guys, I'm just getting started on this guy. I'm just getting started. So he's averaging 31 minutes per game. Why? Why? This guy should have had the most minutes in the damn league. Field goal percentage, 42.7. 3-point percentage, 22%. Free throw percentage, 92%. Now, I don't know how many times he's getting to the line. Maybe that's why no, he's not getting to the line a lot, matter of fact. All the stats that I looked at, he's only getting to the line a few times a game. I mean, just on the strength of him getting to the line, or could be getting to the line, that could be another 10 points per game. But this guy doesn't want to play in the paint as a center. 3 blocks a game, 1 steal, 3.5 turnovers. Horrific for a center. But remember, he's not trying to play a center. He's trying to play, I don't know what the hell he's trying to play. So what does this tell you? Well, it tells you Pop don't know what the hell he's doing. Also, it tells you that this guy doesn't want to play like a center with his back to the basket because he's soft and feminine. I'm serious. He doesn't want to play like a man. I really don't know what kind of player he really thinks he is. Everybody kept saying, oh man, this guy's a hybrid. This guy can do everything. If you're shooting 20-something% from 3, you're not good at it. You're just not good at it. Let me see something real quick. I want to see. So he shot 32% from 3 last year. I mean, there's really no indication that he's a good 3-point shooter. And he shot, let me see. If I'm looking at this right, he shot 5 last year, and he hit 1.8. He shot 5.5 last year, hit 1.8. This year, he's shooting even more. There was no indication last year that this guy was a good 3-point shooter or average, but he went up last year to 1.5. Getting to the line. Last year, he got to the line 5.2 times and hit 4.1. This year, he said, I want to get to the line less. This year is 4.2 and hitting 3.8. The percentage ain't the problem. It's getting to the line. This guy doesn't want to play like a man. He don't want to really. And last year he shot 79% from the line. This year he's shooting 92, but he's getting there less. So he might be shooting a lower percentage if he got there more. Maybe that's what he's scared of, because last year he shot 80%, which isn't bad. Last year 10 rebounds, 10.6. This year 9.8. I mean, it's not good. It's not good for his height. I just don't get it. He's only playing 2 more minutes per game. Last year he shot 46%. This year he's shooting 42%. There's basically no way a 7-footer should be shooting under 50%. There's no damn way. And if you told me, well, man, okay, man, he out there shooting a 3 and he was banging him. Well, don't be banging him. He's not good at shooting 3. There's no indication from his percentage that he's a good 3-point shooter. So you can't cover it up with that. So let's check this out real quick. We're talking about real big men, and we won't even, Anthony Davis. Because I don't want to hear nothing about no damn, oh, man, it's a slump, man. It's a slump. What is this? Points. Oh, no, hold on real quick. Anthony Davis, in a tougher era, in his second year, 20 points per game, 10 rebounds, the 13-14 season. His second season, 20 points, 10 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 1.3 steals, 2.8 blocks. His field goal percentage was 51, well, basically 52%. That's for Anthony Davis. I'm just trying to compare this guy to some real centers in their second season. Ewing, 21 points, 8.8 rebounds, 2.3 blocks, 1.4 steals, field goal percentage 50%. Of course, he didn't shoot no damn threes. Let's see. David Robinson, 25 points, 13 rebounds, 1.5 steals, 3.9 blocks. Wow, that's basically 4 blocks a game in this guy's second season. 55.2 field goal percentage. Let's see what we got. Let's go to Hakeem in his second season. Hakeem, 23.5 points per game, 11.5 rebounds, 2 steals, 3.4 blocks, 52.6 field goal percentage. Let's go down here to Shaq. Shaq in his second season, 29.3 points per game, a monster. Shaq was a monster. 13.2 rebounds, 0.9 steals, 2.9 blocks, In field goal percentage, 59.9, basically 60%. Now, do they play different? Yes. But come on, man. None of these guys I'm reading off are 7'5", playing against no great center competition. Kareem, his second season, 31.7 points per game, 16 rebounds. Whew. They didn't count blocks, but we all know this guy averaged at least 3 blocks a game. In 57.7 points, 57.7 field goal percentage. Look at this. Kareem, his first season, 28 points per game. Second, 31. Third, 34. Fourth, 30. Next, 27. Next, 30. Next, 27. Next, 26. Next, 25. And then it starts to go down 25, 23. I think he played less games that one. I mean, Kareem was a beast. And that's what I'm talking about. Guys coming into the league and taking the league by storm. I just don't see it with these guys. Where's all the great players that's coming into the league and taking the league by storm in their first and second season? I don't see it. We remember a Barkley. We was like, whoa, we never seen nothing like this. We remember a Michael Jordan, a Kareem, and a Wilt Chamberlain. And, these guys, Clyde Drexler came in going crazy. Where is it? Let's go back. Wilt Chamberlain. His second season, what is it? 38.4 points per game, 27 rebounds. They didn't keep blocks, but we already know it's probably about 8 blocks a game. And 50% field goal percentage. Who we got now? Moses Malone. Moses did start slow. 13 points per game and 13, but he had 13 rebounds, 2.3 blocks, and 48 field goal percentage. Yeah, Moses, he was more of a rebound guy until, I want to say, almost until he got to, what was it? Until he got to the Sixers. Let me see here. The guy was doing Dennis Rodman. 15 rebounds per game, 17, 14, 14. Damn. So look, Victor Wembanyama, man. Somebody's wasting this guy's career, or he's wasting his career, which means they're wasting his time, which means he could be wasting his time. There's no excuse. And when I try to show you the comparison, what I'm trying to say by the comparison is ultimately that this guy should be not only averaging what these guys average, which would still be a failure, but he should be doing even more in this soft, weak era. Nobody can deny it. Nobody can deny that this guy should be putting up no less than 30 points per game, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks. And the 30 points will be so easy because he should be getting to the line at least 10 times a game. Because these guys should be draped all over him in the paint, trying to stop him, while he's just standing there. Literally, if you get on that block at 7'5", you could just turn around and dunk on these guys. What the hell is going on with this NBA, folks? All this talk about Victor Wembanyama, and this another thing is, stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking and show you right. I hate talking. I hate when, you see Malcolm X on TV, Muhammad Ali, Martin Luther King, all these fools, you're going to tell your plan to the man. So to me, it looks like everything is scripted on TV. So if these people are the enemy that you're talking to and you want to get ahead of the enemy, the man, and you're on TV telling the man your plan. What? All these Black Power movement groups on TV announcing to everybody their plan on what they're going to do. No wonder the plan never worked. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then you got these fools like Wembanyama Instead of going out and playing, dude running his mouth talking about, oh man, I see these guys, they don't put in the work, man. They don't want to be, hard workers and all this stuff and blah blah blah. I'm hitting the weight room. And then you come out and then you poop a turd. You come out and do this. You come out and do this. Anthony Edwards. Man, they gotta watch out for me in the Olympics, man. They gotta watch out for me. Dude, this is a straight embarrassment. You got bench. The only way, the turnover king, the bagless, the bagless wonder, can't shoot free throws, can't shoot a mid range, can't shoot the three, ain't got no bag, ain't got no post moves. The only way he was gonna let you play on his team that he rebuilt because you couldn't even place and get a medal in the 23 FIBA. The only way he was gonna let you play on his new team was you're gonna have to come off the bench next Michael Jordan. How embarrassing is that? You think Michael Jordan would have played on that team coming off the bench? Don't ever compare this guy to Michael Jordan. It's an insult. Michael Jordan wasn't selected number one. You know what he did? He went to those Olympic scrimmage games against NBA players and he destroyed them. Not only himself, he rallied up the troops and said, let's destroy these guys. Let's destroy them. And then went to the Olympics and destroyed his competitors. And you best understand, he put the league on notice. And the league already knew. Let's get these championships because if Mike ever gets one great player, it's over. And it took Michael Jordan to get a Pippen to really come into his own in 91, not 87. I mean, not 88, where this guy averaged 7 points per game. It took that long. A guy from Central Arkansas that nobody knew about. Jordan didn't get a Worthy. Jordan didn't get a Dumars. Jordan didn't get a McHale. I'm talking about notable names out of the damn draft. Jordan got somebody who he had to groom. He didn't get somebody who, yeah, man, this guy is a top draft pick, man. This guy is a top collegiate player coming out of college. No. Jordan got a bench player. Michael Jordan got a bench player. So for Anthony Edwards, Michael Jordan ain't coming off no bench. You lost all credibility right there, son. MJ ain't coming off no bench. There's no way Michael Jordan would have not have placed in the 23 FIBA with Ingram, Brunson, Panchero, whatever his name is. Who else they had on that team? Halliburton? Are you kidding me? You're telling me Michael Jordan's not going to place against international plumbers? You're trying to tell me the fake Rondo, Schroeder in Germany, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they win that gold medal? Huh? You cannot take Anthony Edwards serious. And people going to make up all these excuses. That's what they do. Oh, man, Anthony Edwards, he had pretty good shit. He played good in the FIBA. And this is what I'm talking about. You don't have too many leaders in this NBA. You think if Michael Jordan went to go scrimmage against those NBA players, where he went 9-0, you think if he just went out there and said, man, I'm going to just ball. I'm going to get mine, bro. I'm going to get mine. He probably would have got his butt whooped. He would have got his, but he would have got his butt whooped. But what he did was, as a leader, he rallied the troops and said, let's do this. I'm going to carry you guys. Let's play hoops. Let's play ball. That's the difference. When you got great players, there's no excuse. He had Chris Mullin. He had Patrick Ewing. He had Vern Fleming. He had some good players. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse for Anthony Edwards to not even place and get a medal in the damn FIBA. He had great players. Ingram, Brunson, Halliburton, even more guys. Panchero, however you say his name is. But he's not a leader. Victor Wembanyama is not a leader. That's why his team ain't going to make the playoffs again. He's not a leader. He's not a man. He can't rally the troops. Anthony Edwards is not a leader. He likes to play around. He likes to joke around. He likes to have fun. Well, that's cool, man. But you're at work now. It's time to go to work. These dudes, let me tell you what, in the 80s, 90s, 60s, 70s, these guys were the biggest, like to have fun, joke around, everything like that. Had personalities, was comical. But when it was time to put on those shoes in that suit, it was time for war. It was time to make a legend of your name. Because you already know who came before you. There was no media. There was no talk show saying, oh, yeah, look at them stats. There was no media dissing past eras or comparing him while comparing and dissing that player. Oh, this player, Wilt couldn't do this back in the day. Or Moses couldn't do this back in the day. Or it's ridiculous. There was nobody telling you that what you saw with your eyes, you're not seeing that. Instead, let us tell you what's going on. These are your Stephen A. Smiths. These are your Nick Wrights. These are your Chris Broussards. All these dudes trying to play a damn magic trick on your damn eyes. This is why the 04 Olympic team got rolled up. The 06 FIBA team got rolled up. Because the teams they were playing that beat them suited up like men and was ready to play. And was ready to put their name down as legendary players. You don't think back in, I forget who, what was it? I can't remember who won that. Who won that? Ginobili in, I forget what country. But you don't think back in their country, they're legends for beating LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony, Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, and the rest of these fools. They're legends. They have restaurants where that defeat is on the wall for winning that gold medal. I don't give a damn how many championships LeBron has, how many MVPs this guy has, all these players that was on that team. Guess what? In these dudes' country, they're legends. They tell these stories about how they beat the 04 U.S. men's Olympic team and who was on there. You can try to hide and act like that didn't happen, but these guys got beat by plumbers. It wasn't one melanated dude on that team. Argentina. Are you kidding me? Argentina? And then these guys turn around and get smoked by Greece in the 06 FIBA. Smoked. And now these dudes in Greece, they got plaques on their wall. They got stories to tell their grandchildren. And their grandchildren going to tell their children that they smoked. Remember, LeBron, he was averaging 30 points per game that season in the league. Smoke LeBron, smoke Wade, smoke Carmelo Anthony, Bosh, all these cast of characters, basically the same team. They're trying to show you these guys aren't that good when they go international. So they're trying to tell you that the league is somewhat rigged. These guys aren't all that good. When they have to go and play under real rules and play like real men and play real basketball, these guys ain't that good. What they trying to tell you? You ain't gonna see no stories in Argentina or Greece or none of these places where they beat Michael Jordan in any damn kind of game. Michael Jordan was playing all kind of scrimmage games all over the world, not just in the Olympics, all over the world. He would go play in tournaments and never lose to no damn plumbers. Make up all the excuses you want, but the facts is the facts. They got all these top 75 players, 50 greatest players. I mean, not 50 Hall of Fame players on their team, and they losing to plumbers. Shouldn't even be no competition. Should be getting smoked. The nonsense that they tell, oh, the world caught up to us. And then they show you all these NBA players that was in the Olympics, and they were bench players. They were dudes in 10-day contracts. They were has-beens that used to play in the NBA, but was really never nothing in the NBA. Dudes playing in the D League or the G League, whatever that was, NBA Africa. So how did these guys get in the NBA? Because the NBA is soft. None of them dudes that 98% of them dudes that when you looked up who they was in the Olympics, who played in the NBA, who are playing in the NBA, used to play in the NBA, or something like that, they were nobodies. Those same nobodies would never even play in the NBA in the 80s and 90s. Why? Because it was that tight. When you look at high school players, American high school players, American college players, there was really no room for all these international players. Did they have international players? Yes, but they was the best of the best. When we talk about Patrick Ewing, we're talking about Hakeem, Drazen Petrovic, John Stockton. Who else was international? Maybe Steve Nash came in the 90s from Canada. We're talking about the best of the best. Not scrubs. Not scrubs, son. Scrubs came in the 2000s, in the 2010s, in the LeBron era. No room for scrubs. Dirk Nowitzki, the best of the best. Get out of here. Only in the Anthony Edwards, LeBron era where you could name notable scrubs as NBA players. And I'm not trying to hate. They're good basketball players. They would never make the 80s and 90s. Like I said, our American high school players were that good, and the American college players were that good. Most of your college players last, what, 5, almost 10 years now, are international players. They would never make no college roster back in the 80s and 90s. These international players that's been in the college ranks for the past, what, 5, 10 years. These guys ain't making no NBA or no college roster back in the 80s and 90s. That's why NBA is a joke. That's why college is a joke. So let's look at this. Michael Jordan, 23 years old, and they say Anthony Edwards is 23 years old this year. So let's stop with the excuse making. And on top of that, this will be his 5th year. Anthony Edwards. This will be Michael Jordan's 3rd season. So can we stop making up all the excuses when Anthony Edwards came in a soft, weak era where plumbers, Luka and Joker, are dominating with not even a piece of muscle tone or cut on their arm and can't even jump over a phone book. These are the guys he has to deal with on an every night basis as his competition. So at 23, we're using the age thing because Michael Jordan was hurt all last year at 22 years old. So while they was kissing Anthony Edwards' butt, at 22 years old, Michael Jordan wasn't even playing. So at 23 years old, according to StatMoose, Jordan 40 points per game. That's when I look at this and I see Victor Wembanyama averaging like 31 points a game, I'm just like thrown. Michael Jordan is averaging this in a bump and grind NBA. Dudes all up on you, step by step. No open lanes. No three guys at the 3-point line. Hand checking. Elbows in the post. Men playing like men. Jordan averaged 40 points per game, 37.1 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 3 steals, 1.5 blocks, 48.2 field goal percentage. He only averaged 18% from the 3, but he shot less than 1.8. 85% from the line. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 turnovers, and 3,000 points that season. And actually, he had 125 blocks and 336 steals. Guess what? No defensive team for that. And no MVP for that. You would be the greatest player of all time in this era if you put up something like that as a guard. They'll be saying, oh man, them dudes in the past, they were plumbers, man. They can't put up these kind of stats. Michael Jordan putting up this era stats back then. So Anthony Edwards, the guy that got benched by the turnover king. What the hell is this? Okay, here it is. Anthony Edwards stats this year. What is this? They're trying to give me the games. He is playing 39 minutes per game, 29 points. He's still like 7 points off from Michael Jordan. He's there with the rebounds. He's not there with assists. He's not there. Well, let's just read it. 29.8 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, 3.6 steals, um, 3.6 assists, zero point 0.6 steals, 0.6 blocks, um, field goal percentage. I mean, he's attempting 22. He got 22 attempts from the field, 46 field goal percentage, and he's shooting 43 from the three, but he's attempting 13 a game, 13 threes a game, and hitting 5.8. So this is what I'm talking about. You're trying to tell me that dudes in the past, if they shot 13 a game, they couldn't hit 5? Wow. So he's getting 22 attempts. So half of that 22.6 field goal attempts. So half of that or more is threes. He's shooting, what is this? 64% from the line. I don't know why the plus minus ain't on here. Offensive rebounds, 0.2. Michael Jordan was at 2. .6 turnovers. So 3.6 turnovers and 3.6 assists. I'll tell you guys, man, these guys are a joke. And I know people are, man, it's early in the season, man. You saying all this stuff and doing all this stuff, and I just don't see it getting any better. Anthony Edwards basically isn't even doing too much more than he did last year. Let me see something real quick if we got time. Let me see. I want to see something. So Anthony Edwards, 28.3 points per game, 8th. He's 8th in scoring. 5.7 rebounds, 72nd. I mean that, whatever. I mean he's a guard. Assists, 3.3, tied for 73. So, and the steals are basically non-existent. I think he's averaging less than a steal a game, like 0.8, no, 0.6 or something like that. So again, he's not going to be in the top 10 in too many categories, or top 5. Again, look, man, some of these guys shouldn't even went to the Olympics. It's going to be a bad season for a lot of these guys. They're going to run out of gas. I think Anthony Edwards, LeBron James, a lot of these guys is just a Joel Embiid. He had no business playing in the damn Olympics. You know, Kawhi Leonard withdrew. I don't know why Joel Embiid didn't withdraw. And now he's not even playing. So you guys tell me what you think, man. These are the two overrated guys for me. I'm more mad about Victor Wembanyama. He should be out here busting their head for 30 points per game. Especially you ran your mouth. You're supposed to be this. You're supposed to be a center that we've never seen before. You ain't doing nothing, bro. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing that we never seen. Only thing you doing that we never seen is a center out there shooting all these threes and breaking it up. A center who is 7'5" that don't want to play like a man in the paint. Yeah, and this Anthony Edwards is a joke, man. Michael Jordan, but this not just I wouldn't even when we talk about Michael Jordan, like, dude, you ain't even on Clyde Drexler's level. You ain't even on some of the